This is Taras. He is a community activist. Every day he provides advice to members of his community on how to overcome their problems, access public services, or inherit a land plot. This is Nadia. She works in the local government with vulnerable groups. Despite their efforts, both Taras and Nadia noticed that they were only putting out fires, as opposed to addressing the problems that caused them. Many people have problems, but do nothing to solve them. COVID-19 brought many additional challenges to communities. Hospitals could not cope with the influx of patients and lacked equipment for their treatment. Schooling stopped. Residents lost their jobs. These problems led to others, creating an avalanche that limited access to public services, paralyzed community life, and threatened its existence. The situation required out-of-the-box solutions. Nadia learned about the Human Rights Friendly Community Program. She saw an opportunity to find solutions to her community's problems and began assembling a team. She was joined by activist Taras, Dr. Irina, entrepreneur Petro, and teacher Maria. Experts at the Human Rights Friendly Community Program taught the team how to conduct sociological research at low cost. This helped them to understand the scope and causes of the problems faced by different categories of people in the community. Using this information, the team developed comprehensive solutions to overcome the problems and identified the necessary resources. Since then, the community has launched distance learning that allows parents to work. Local businesses have helped provide necessary equipment for teachers and students. They also created additional jobs with the support of the local government. The local government transferred its vacated premises and additionally purchased vehicles to the needs of doctors. There were extra beds and the opportunity to transport patients from remote villages. These decisions became the basis of a roadmap for improving access to justice in the community. The roadmap took into account the needs of all community members. The program's experts helped assess the feasibility of the roadmap and suggested what could be improved. They continued to support all stages of the roadmap implementation. The community came together to solve common problems and implement development projects. New partnerships arose. Together, a team of activists and local authorities created a sustainable ecosystem of access to justice in the community, which became the basis of a local development program. Medics, teachers, and social workers began to help people gain legal aid, and justice defenders helped secure access to distance education, healthcare, social assistance, and soft loans. Because they developed research skills, they can now continually reassess their needs and monitor the outcomes of their decisions so they can continually adapt. This approach has helped local authorities realize the benefits of investing in access to justice. In Ukraine, 17 communities with a collective population of 1 million have already taken up the Human Rights Friendly Community Program methodology. This methodology can be used in other countries with similar local governance systems, where there are free elections of local governments, and these governments have sufficient resources and powers to organize key areas of community life. Besides, the methodology helps people to elect responsive local governments. The Human Rights Friendly Community Program has also helped to shape effective responses in times of crisis. During the war in Ukraine, the Legal Development Network launched the program Stand with Ukraine. Understanding people's needs at the outset made it possible to build horizontal ties across communities, react quickly to the humanitarian catastrophe, and mitigate its consequences. Many Human Rights Friendly Community Program participants provided information on legal needs, temporary housing, small business support, and more. They helped collect and distribute humanitarian aid, supported crisis management, and improved communication between local governments, volunteers, and displaced people.